Can you see the big bay window?
Yeah.
That's the toilet. Bombs away. Anyway, we have to get all hot and flustered now, ready for the love scenes, because we're on our way to the gazebo. Now, the gazebo is actually in the grounds of another palace, which is called the Hellbrunn Palace. And we will see the Hellbrunn Palace, so I like to mention a little bit about it. As the Hellbrunn Palace was built by another a gentleman called Marcus Sitting. He decided to drill some holes in the seams and inserted water fountains. So when he invited his guests to dinner, he gave them lots of lovely food, plied them with beer and wine, and when he thought they'd had enough beer and wine, they would turn on the water fountains and get their bottoms wet. Well, in those days, if Marcus Sitticus was sitting down, you weren't allowed to stand up. So you can imagine what's going through your mind if you've had all that beer and wine. Well, the marble table forms part of the trick water fountains that are at the Hellbrunn Palace, and these are really great fun, as you never know when you're going to get wet. And they are still open until the 1st of November, and they are included on your Salzburg card too. Normally entrance, I think, is around about €12 or something like that. And the bus that will bring you out to the Hellbrunn Palace, it is actually just in front of us now, and there's one coming up to the left, it's coming back. It's bus 25 that would take you to the Hellbrunn Palace. And it's also the same bus that would take you to the mountain with the cable car on it.
Wow.
And I'll help you with giving you some tips of things to do in your free time for tomorrow.
Oh yes, yeah, we will ask
But
somebody.
shortly we're going to drive past another palace. Before we get to Hellbrunn Palace, we'll drive past another one in a moment, which is called the Palace Fromberg. And Palace Fromberg is the one they used to film the front scenes in the Von Trapp Villa. Remember I told you they used 2 houses?
Yep.
Well, this one is actually on a cycle trail, so we can't stop right outside, but we will drive past it twice, so you'll get a glimpse from both sides of the bus. I'm afraid the trees do cover it quite considerably, but now the leaves are starting to fall, you see a little bit more. Von Trapp Villa. Remember when Maria first arrived at the villa?
Mm-hmm.
She stood at the wrought iron gate singing, "A captain with 7 children." What's so fearsome about that? Oh, help! Then she stumbled across the courtyard, rang the doorbell and said, "Hello, Captain, here I am. I'm the new governess." And he said, "I'm the old butler." So now if you look to the left-hand side, you see the yellow walls here on the left. This is the Palace Fromberg, left-hand side, 9 o'clock direction. This is the front of the villa in the film on the
That's
left-hand
there,
side.
right
here.
there.
Palace Fromberg. We'll see it when we drive back after our next stop too. Remember too, filmed out the front there, when Maria and the captain just arrived back from their honeymoon. The big swastika flag, or as Marta called it, the one with the black spider on. It was hanging above the doorway, and the captain ripped it down and tore it in half. Actually, they had to film that scene twice. They pinned the flag up too tightly the first time. Christopher Plummer ended up swinging like Tarzan. But remember too, when the family were trying to escape, they were pushing the car out of the villa gates.
Yep.
Little Gretel said, "Are we going to push the car all the way to Switzerland?" She hadn't looked at the map either. But the real Von Trapp Villa, where the family really lived, that's about 20 minutes from here in a very residential part of Salzburg. When the family left their villa, Heinrich Himmler, the infamous Nazi, He took it over and used it for his offices. Then at the end of the war, the family were able to reclaim their villa, but donated it to a religious order. So it had all been very private there for many, many years, and is in fact still private.